strategies the wealthy use to protect their assets. I deal a lot with wealthy people because when you've written 18 books on investing published by the Financial Times, amongst others, guess what? You interview and meet a lot of incredibly wealthy people. And I'll put personal circumstances to one side. You meet billionaires, I mean, let alone millionaires to a penny, but you meet the billionaires. And you might say, okay, so what is it? What do they use? What secret tools have they got? What offshore trusts and offshore companies do they use? What tax avoidance schemes do they use? Now, let's start off with the simple to the extreme. Okay? The simple is they keep their mouth shut. I don't mean from the tax man. I mean, they just keep their mouth shut about how much capital they've got. And I'll tell you why. And it's something I've observed about the super rich when I've been on boards with them and got to know them and they've become friends and the like. They keep their mouth shut and they limit showing off and they limit how many people they might call their friends. I'll give you an example. A good friend of mine, formerly, over the last 30 years, I think I met him 30 years ago initially. They owned Ionic Villa in Regent's Park and the massive property next to it, which at one point was the most expensive private residence in London. He had very few friends. I probably could count myself as one of two. His wife used to complain to him saying, well, what are you going to do if something happens? And indeed, when she had breast cancer, I was there after the surgery because she said, oh, who are you going to call? Who are you going to be with? And it was me. Very, very few circle of friends. And I think the reason for that is people start off as friends and it's very difficult to judge when you've got lots of money why they're your friends. And sooner or later, they'll want some money off you. And then that complicates relationships and can often lead to breaking up of relationships and you lose your assets. So one way at the non-aggressive end that they protect their assets is just keep their mouth shut. I mean, to look at the chap, you might have thought, it's a very nice cloth. And you look inside, oh, that's a Loro Piana coat. He would never have said it. Just so happened I didn't have a coat one day and he lent me his dad's and I looked inside. What the heck's this? I never knew what Loro Piana was back then. Oh, bloody hell. So they're discreet and you might say classy, whichever way you want to put it. But they're quiet and they keep their mouth shut. If they have dinner at home, you go to a place like that, they don't need to shout how wealthy they are. You can see it. At the more aggressive end, and we'll keep it legal,